Alright, this is probably going to be the shortest gap in between phone collection updates. Welcome back to the OSP YouTube channel. And as you may notice, I've got everyone lined up here because, well, it is once again time for another phone collection update. Since I've collected those 5 iPhones a few days ago, yeah, I am now doing another collection update just to commemorate that. So yeah, so in total I have 63 devices now, adding up to adding up with those 5 iPhones since I was at 58 last time. So yeah, so I'm finally at the big numbers. So yeah, well, only 61 of these guys are shown because, my other Galaxy Tab A7 I have, yeah, these are the honorable mentions. So one of my Tab A7s is still going to be used by my mom at the moment, and then my Galaxy A51 is still not here because, well, it's still waiting for its new battery to arrive. So yeah, after its battery got bulged like a while ago. So yeah. Anyways, so basically this will be like an in-depth overview of each of the devices, and yes, this is just like the formula of the March edition. So there's gonna be no extras there's gonna be no extras in this, and yeah, that's why the phones are in the cases here too. So yeah, so it'll just be an overview of the devices themselves only, and not the extras. So yeah, all right, yeah. Without further ado, I am once again going to start with the tablets and then the basic phones and then the smartphone army, yeah. Alright, let's get started then. Okay, so starting off the tablets, we have the Galaxy Tab A 10.1 2019 from Samsung. This used to be my sister's old tablet before she moved to a Tab S9 Ultra 5G, just like mine actually, yeah. This one works, I think it's on Android 12 or so if I remember, yeah, I think it's on 12. Around the same version as this guy. I'll get to it in a minute, but yeah. So this was my sister's old tab. And then, one of my mum's old tablets. This is a Lenovo Yoga Tab 3 Plus. Once again works. All of these tablets work actually, and this one's dead unfortunately, so I can't show you it. However, if I remember the version that it's on for Android, it's 7.1.1 if I remember. So yeah, and yes, this was my mum's old tablet before she ended up moving to a new one, so I got its public collection then. So yeah. All right, first cased device here. Right, sorry about that. So here's my Samsung Galaxy Tab A7. Yeah, I actually do technically have 2 of these because, well, yeah, my mum hasn't really been using hers for a while, so it's technically part of my collection, but not really, but yeah. So, yes, this one works. It's on Android 12. And yeah, this was actually my old tablet before I moved over to my tablet I'm currently recording on now, which is my Tab S9 Ultra 5G. So yeah, you may recognize it from being mentioned in the other collection updates as well. So yeah. Moving on, my last of the Samsung tablets. It is a Samsung Galaxy Tab A10.1, again, this time a 2016 model. So yeah, this is my older tablet, I guess. Yeah, before I ended up moving to this guy in 2021. This I got in 2019. It's on Android 8.1 or something. I think it's 8 or 8.1, I don't know. But, yeah, this is my very old tablet, and yeah. Some of my older videos are also from this tablet too, yeah. If you ended up watching classic OSP a while ago, but yeah. Last one, the Acer Iconia 110. This used to be one of 2. The other one was a blue one, which was my mum's old tablet before she moved to the Lenovo, I think. So, yeah. So, it's going to be my mum's oldest tablet, that one was. But unfortunately, it cracked, so we had to throw it out. And this was my sister's older tablet before she moved to the Tab A. Yeah. Works, as always. I think it's on Android 7.1 again. Yeah. Just like the Lenovo. Well, I think it's just 7.1 and not 7.1.1, but yeah. I digest and all that. So there's the 5 tablets that we've seen in the collection, and now onto the feature phones and also the smartwatches too. So yeah, okay, starting up the Samsung GTE 1190. This is a bit of a rarer variant. This is a white color variant, which isn't really found that much of them, and this is the second version of it, basically on the firmware. So it's the lower end firmware for this device, but it is still official Samsung. So yeah, so at least it's not a bootleg. Yeah, I never really have gone bootleg phones in my collection. Yeah, I've never gone any of those. So yeah, well, obviously many phone collectors haven't really gone bootleg devices that much, but yeah, sorry for notification sound, but yeah, it's currently dead at the moment, but yes, this does work, and So are a few of these other devices too. Yeah. Such as this one, the Samsung GT1150, which I got before this guy. I got the 1190 on my birthday earlier this year, and then this one I got for Christmas last year. Yeah. This is on T-Mobile. This is locked to T-Mobile, so this is my first carry device that will be shown in the lineup. Also dead, so I can't show you that it starts up. And also, yeah, the T-Mobile startup jingle is not used on this model, but rather the T-Mobile carry version of its later variant, the 1150i. So, yeah. But I already knew that the regular 1150 was also carried to T-Mobile, so I decided to get one on there, so yeah. Alright, here's another working one, albeit dead. Sony Ericsson Spyro. So by the way, so when I get up to the smartphones, I'm actually going to say, like, what year they were manufactured, because that actually explains it on the batteries, on, like, the phones that have removable back covers and batteries. Yeah, it actually says, like, the year the battery was manufactured, and I think that might have been tied into, like, the same time the phone was manufactured too. However, this doesn't happen for the feature phones. This only happens to, like, the older smartphones and all that, unfortunately. So yeah, this one, back to the Spyro. This one does work. This is one of the phones I got from my uncle back in December of 2024, before I got my Christmas phones that year. So yeah, I think it was about like 1 week till Christmas I got them. Yeah, and actually these are all the devices I got from him. So yeah. So here's the LG chocolate. These three do not work. So yeah. So yeah, same old deal. My only LG basic phone here. Yeah, pretty cool looking device, but unfortunately this doesn't work. So yeah, so I'm just gonna breeze through these. So yeah, here is a Motorola B220. This is locked to Virgin Mobile, which is interesting. Yeah, this is my only Virgin Mobile locked device in the collection. Yeah, same deal, so it does not work and all that. Yeah. Unfortunate. I am sorry to get another one, though. I think it's going to be carried to Orange, if I remember. So I'll have two different carried V220s. So yeah, that'll be interesting. So yeah, that'll be in the future, though. Here's the only basic phone that's in the case here. It's a bit of a dusty one, unfortunately. Stupid case. Let me just get this guy out. Get out. Okay, there we go. Here is the Nokia A310. This fantastic Facies limited edition model, or with housing, I guess, from 2002, while the phone came out in 01. Yeah, it's a pretty unique device, to say the least. I still haven't gotten that Nokia 3210 for my aunt yet, though. Yeah. Still need to find it whenever I go back to my aunt's house soon, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, once again, this does not work. It looks like the England flag, actually. Yeah, I think that's what it's meant to reference. Yeah, it's also got a bulldog or something on the back. Yeah, interesting to say the least. Okay, let me just put it back in its case pretty quick. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I just had to jump cut again so that I can just put the case back on the A310. Yeah, you may see a few jump cuts during this update video, and probably the subsequent ones coming in future months too, whenever I get some more phones. Anyways, here is the final one of the basic phones, or feature phones, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, some people call them dumb phones, but yeah, I think that's a bit offensive, not gonna lie, so that's why I just call them feature or basic phones. Yeah, here is a Samsung Monty. This is unlocked T-Mobile, actually. This has the unlocked startup and shutdown animations, albeit it has T-Mobile apps on it, so it's probably just unlocked to that carrier. Once again dead, so yeah, you won't be seeing any of the startups for any of these guys. Well, you've seen all of them anyways, so yeah. So we are totally fine anyways, but yeah. Anyways, enough of that. Onto my only smartwatch. This is a Sony Smartwatch 3. Got this back in February, and this works. Yeah, it's turning on right now. This is well, I was almost going to say this is the first device you'll see turning on, but I already mentioned the tablet, so yeah. Well, yeah, it does work. It's running Android Wear. Sorry, I can mess up my W's and R's sometimes, but yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that one works, and yeah, that's basically it from those other parts. So, yikes, it's time for the smartphones. Yeah, you can see why. There's a whole lot of them now. Even with those 5 iPhones out here, it's still like a crap ton of these guys, so yeah. Yikes. So I think I have like 48 of them on display here. Yeah, I think that's what it is, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll just start from the smallest. We'll go right to the biggest, and yeah. Alright, let's start. Alright, so sorry about that. Let's start here with our smallest device, who has still not been beaten yet. Here is the Samsung Galaxy Y in this flap case. Yeah, this vertical one. This is the S5363 variant. You can tell because of the rectangular home button, whilst all the other variants of this this model have a square home button. This is on O2, yeah, unlocked to the carrier. And yeah, I'm talking about the batteries here now. So the battery I found off for this one was manufactured on November 19th, 2012. Yeah, literally about a year after the Galaxy Y came out. So yeah, some of these may actually be a shocker here. So yeah, I think the battery year numbers also mention like whenever these phones were manufactured too, because I think the battery matches it. But yeah, as you can see, this one does work. Yeah, it's a bit hard to see in the moment, but yeah. It's just empty on here, so yeah. Alright, time to put this guy back. Alright, next up, here's an iPod Touch 4th generation, one of the quite a few Apple devices I'll be showing here. This kind of works, because, yeah, the time I saw it at my aunt's house before I actually got it, last year, it did show the charging screen on it, but I didn't actually see any turn on, so yeah, it might just come completely buffed, but yeah, it just probably does not work now actually, so that's unfortunate. Alright, let me just get a good camera angle here. Okay, there we go. So, here is a Samsung Galaxy Ace. Yeah, here it is. So, this one here was manufactured on December 8th, 2012. Yeah, this one was actually manufactured later than the Y, surprisingly. Yeah, pretty weird that these phones from 2011 just getting manufactured for like over a year at this point. Yeah, so these two are from their really late batches in 2012, which was interesting. This is on O2 S5830i version, and yeah, it works totally fine. Both of these are on 2.4.6, by the way. So yeah, just to know that. And actually, let me just subsequently put the Galaxy Y on here. There we go. Pardon me. Anyways, the more iPhones. Here's an iPhone 4S. Yeah, these three iPhones next up will not work. So yeah, nothing to say here. This is an A1387. Yeah, that's like a main model for the 4S. And yeah, this does not work unfortunately. So yeah, and then same goes for these two iPhone 3GSs. So let's talk about this one first. I got this one. Yeah, I got this one for my December phone haul, I guess, for my aunt. Yeah, back on the 18th of December, 2025, and yeah, does not work. Same goes for this guy. This is a fatback one though, because yeah, it's a little bit rounder because it's a 32 gig model. I think that's what it is, but yeah, I don't know if it's a different result, but yeah. Alright, let me just jump cut pretty quick. Alright, next up is another double. There's actually going to be quite a few doubles today. So here are two Samsung Galaxy S3 Minis. Let me talk about this one first. So this is the white housing factory era one. Yeah, because I think mainly these Pebble Blue S3 Minis are in blue housings. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And this one actually does not have a refurbished battery, because I know the Samsung batteries that do not have the years on them are refurbished ones, I think, yeah. So this one was manufactured on December 9th, 2013. So yeah, another pretty late batch S3 Mini to tell you about right there. So yeah, okay, sorry about that. But yes, this one is the working one I got in December of last year for Christmas. And then over to this one. This is the regular housing one that does not work because it has a broken AMOLED and it also has a non-functional battery. Yeah, it just does not work. This is the refurbished one, you can see, because there's no year on it. So yeah, I think the ones without years are refurbished batteries. Yeah, from Samsung themselves, or just some other brand, I don't know. This back cover's being a bit crap. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty extensive video, not going to lie. Probably much longer than the others. Alright, let me just turn on this guy, because this is the working one. These are both i8190N versions. This is the O2 locked one, and this one might be unlocked. Yeah, don't know, but yeah. Alright, Yeah, let me just get the good angle here at the moment. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna rest this here and show you this guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, here is the original Galaxy S, or just Galaxy S Original, as I call it sometimes. So yeah, this is on orange, so yeah, a bit of a different carrier for this one. Not actually O2, because O2 is the carrier that I use. Yeah, this is an orange carrier version, and just by looking at the battery, it actually says it right here. This was manufactured in 2013. Yeah, February 7th of 2013, so yeah, either Samsung just decided to just go all in with the original S and ended up producing it until 2013, I guess. So this might have been a really late one, but yeah, I don't know. Or it's just because the battery itself might be from a different model, but yeah. So as you can see, this one does work totally fine, so yeah. And here is the only variant of the original S that I have at the moment. Let's move here. You can see the boots over there. So here is a Samsung Galaxy S Advance. Got this for my birthday in March earlier this year. And yeah, don't mind that. That's my dad's face. Sorry about that. Ah, no. Galaxy S is staying on. Stay, please. Okay. So this one's battery was manufactured on April 11th, 2012. So yeah, around the time the S Advance was still being manufactured anyway, since it did get up to 4.1.2 actually. This is on 2.3.6. So yeah, this is an earlier S Advance, but not really until 4.1.2, so it's kind of in like the middle ground of its production, I think. Yeah. You see, I actually know more about my phones now. Yeah. Judging by the batteries. And this will actually be the first time you'll see the boot up, actually. So, yeah. This is unlocked to Vodafone, actually. Yeah, one of my only two devices that are unlocked to Vodafone, which are, funnily enough, both Galaxy S devices from Samsung. So, yeah. So, this is a bit of an interesting one. And here's the boot up. Yeah, this is like a double whammy, basically. Okay, yeah, you'll see it in a sec, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, the startup sound is pretty quiet, unfortunately. Probably one of the quietest Samsung startup sounds I have, unfortunately, but yeah. So, yeah. Bit of a different S Advance variant right there for my first one. Well, yeah, and probably the only one, but yeah. I'm not sure if I'll end up getting a 4.1.2 one of some sorts, just like my Galaxy S2s. Well, yeah, what I did with them, but yeah. Alright, moving on, here is an Apple iPhone 5. This is another non-working guy, and yeah, it's one of my own two, like, 4-inch size screen iPhones I have, yeah. The other one I'll talk to you about more in a sec, but yeah. So, yeah, this is a silver model, so yeah, and it does not work, unfortunately, so yeah. Alright, let me just move along here to show you these last 4 devices for this top row here. So, here are 2 Sony Xperia J's. These actually both work, because I recently tested my cracked one with the battery from this one, this totally working one here, and I did find out that it actually still worked, because originally I thought that it no longer worked after trying to charge it, but it looks like its battery might have gotten shot, so yeah. So I guess its battery just no longer works after it cracked, and yeah. However, I did test the other battery of this guy, and yeah, it worked perfectly fine. And by the way, both of their batteries were manufactured sometime in 2013, so this might have been, yeah, these two might have been like later production models of the Xperia J. Yeah. These are both locked to O2, and looks like this guy's dead, right? Oh, no, I had the vibrate. Yeah, it sometimes does a late startup. Just don't ask me why it does, but yeah. Anyways, here's this guy. Here's an iPhone 5C, and this is actually one of my few working iPhones for once, yeah. So, yeah, I'll talk to you about the others, which are under here in a minute, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, this one does work. Don't know what iOS version it's on since it's passcode locked, but yeah. Oh, yeah, it's dead at the moment, but yeah. Obviously, last time I showed you this in my July update, I did flip it around because there was, like a personal wallpaper on it, yeah, with someone's face, so, yeah, I had to just flip it, and, yeah, just to avoid personal stuff being shown, so, yeah. Anyways, here's my Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini, once again works, unfortunately it is dead though, I think, so, yeah, let me just check. Oh, no, this one's actually working, okay. Sorry about that, I just have to take the battery out because, I'll just show you what year this is. Oh yeah, this is actually just a refurbished battery, yeah, I forgot. This is on 4.4.2, I think, if I remembered, so yeah. And actually, yeah, there was a little bit of a backstory with this guy. So, I got this guy in March of 2022 for my birthday. I think it was 2022. Because I know I got my Galaxy S3, like, the year before that. So, that was 2021, actually, yeah. And, yeah, I was meant to get a regular S4 on that date. But, unfortunately, there was none in stock at the time that were, like, good. So, yeah, I had to resort to getting this guy instead. This is an i91-95 version. This is O2 unlocked, yeah. We did unlock this to our carrier, so, yeah. So, this works totally fine now, and this one actually did used to, like, drain its battery a lot for some reason, but now it no longer does that, so, its battery might have been having issues, but, yeah. But, that's just the S4 Mini for you. Okay, let's now move on to the second row. And I see that we are starting the second row with an elephant in the room here, because it's one of my few triples I have. So, here are 3 Samsung Galaxy S2s. So, this one's my best one, because this is a 4.1.2 model. It has a back cover, because my other 2 do not. And it has a good battery, because my other 2, yeah. This one has a bit of a bad battery, because, well, yeah, it's old. This was manufactured on October 3rd, 2011, so this is during its original batch. And then this one used to have a battery, and it has a broken case now, unfortunately, but yeah. But its battery just blew up, so yeah, this is my only really good S2. And if I remembered its battery, yeah, I think its battery, this one was, yeah, it was July 6th, 2012, this one, so yeah, this was during the production line of the S2s, during their 4.1.2 update, I think it was. So, yeah, so, bit of a good one here. I also did, test the battery on my YS2, like, before filming, actually. It was just earlier today. And, yes, it does actually work on this battery still, since I did charge it earlier. However, for some reason, I think it's because it's a different battery, it actually started boot looping. First, it was on the CyanogenMod screen, since this one is a custom ROM S2. Yeah, it's running CyanogenMod, which I think this one's a fork of Android 6, yeah. So it got stuck on the CyanogenMod screen first, and then all the other times, it ended up getting stuck on the Galaxy S2 logo. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. And yes, I did test the battery on this guy too, this 2.6 S2. Yeah, this is locked to O2, by the way. And unfortunately, yeah, it was still dead. So that one will not be shown turning on, but yeah. I'll actually demonstrate this in a minute, but first let me just demonstrate this guy. Actually, I won't turn it on yet, but yeah. This is unlocked to Vodafone, and it's on... Oh, okay, it's already on for some reason, but yeah. This is unlocked to Vodafone, and yeah, just on my Advance. It's, like I said, it's on Android 4.1.2, so yeah, it's a perfectly working S2 here. There's a startup. So yeah. And yeah, now let me just demonstrate to you what happens when I put this battery from this guy into this guy. Alright, so I've just put the battery in, and here's what happens. So I turn on this S2. So if it will actually turn on, oh, there we go. Yeah, so so the timing on this S2 for this screen was regular. It might just get stuck on this screen or the CyanogenMod screen, and it might be like a random chance, but yeah. But it does just always boot loop for some reason on this. Oh, it's actually doing on the CyanogenMod screen. Okay. Otherwise, it might successfully boot for some reason. Like, I've never had this happen. This is like the second time it will get stuck on the CyanogenMod screen. I don't know what will actually happen, but yeah. While that's booting, let me show you this guy. I will not show the battery here on this one since this is a newer device. Yes, this is my Motorola Moto E2. Yeah, this is one of my Netmar's old devices that I got from them in January. Works is on 5.0.2, I think it's on, yeah. I think that's what it is. And yeah, this works totally fine, actually. Sorry, it just vibrated on me for some reason, but yeah. So yeah, that's just it. Here's a Samsung Galaxy S5 Mini. This has a refurbished battery in it, so I don't know which year, or which day of year this was manufactured on, but yeah, it does work at least. I think it's dead though, yeah, it's dead. But this is on 6.0.1, and yeah, this basically works totally fine. Yeah, so yeah, this is unlocked to O2 by the way, actually, but yeah, nothing to say at least. And yeah, as you can see, this is actually getting stuck on the CyanogenMod screen because, yeah, normally, like the previous times I tried this, it wouldn't take this long for it to actually boot up on the CyanogenMod screen, so, yeah, I know, pretty weird bug on this S2. It only works on the battery from this black guy here, the 2.6 S2. So, yeah, okay, let me just do the inevitable back so that I can just carry on as usual with this. Probably my longest phone collection of date now, actually. I don't know if it will be, but yeah. So, yeah. Alright. Oh, hey, it auto-booted. I forgot S2 has an auto-boot feature. Yeah. Well, that might be feature specific. I don't know yet. But anyways, let me just jump cut pretty quick. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to show you the last 7 devices all in this shot here. In the second row. So yeah, so starting out in this section we have the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. So yeah, this one works. It has a slightly loose back cover because I think one of the tabs that actually has actually just sticks the back cover to it is just gone for some reason. Yeah, it's on Android 4.2.1 and it's unlocked. Yeah, we haven't unlocked it to O2 yet though. So yeah, and this battery for it was manufactured January 14th, 2012. So, yeah, I think it was still from its early production line because this launched in late 2011, if I remembered. So, yeah, it might have actually still been from its early production line of these guys here. So, yeah, it's dead though because it has a bit of a harsh battery sometimes. Yeah, you may know what I mean from that. Okay, yeah, let me just, I'll be back in a sec. Oh, I am back. I just had to put the back cover back because, well, yeah, that's what happens if you have a loose back cover on your damn phone, okay? Alright, next up, here's my Galaxy S3. I got this in 2021, so it's one of my early guys that I got, actually, yeah. This was meant to be a Pebble Blue S3, however, unfortunately, there was none in stock at the time, so I had to get a white one and this blue case to accompany it, so, yeah. So that's the blue part of this S3 here, so yeah, makes sense really when you don't get a Pebble Blue one. This battery is, oh yeah, it was actually a pretty late one actually. Yeah, I think this is actually during the time of the LTE S3s actually, yeah, the i9305, even though this isn't i9300. This was manufactured August 22nd, 2014, so yeah, it's actually a pretty late S3 release, so yeah, so this might be a bit of a rare one actually, because yeah, I don't really see that many S3s that were manufactured in 2014 online, so yeah, these might be hard to find actually. It's during the times of the S3 Neo also being in production around the same time as these guys, so yeah, makes sense, and I think it's dead if I remember, so yeah, let me just put the power button pretty quick. Yeah, it's dead. It's unlocked to O2 as well. And same goes for this guy. Here is the Galaxy S4 that I got in December of not last year, 2024 it was, yeah, for Christmas 2024. And I forgot what year this guy was. I think it was in 2013 still, because that was the year the S4 released. Yeah, November 14th, 2013, so it was during its early production line here. Around the time it came out, I think, so yeah. And yes, this one does work as well. This one might also be dead. It's on 5.0.1, so yeah, it is a newer version than the S4 Mini, so yeah. I think it was originally on like 4.3 or something, because this is a 2013 manufactured S4, so yeah. I think this got produced with 4.3 built in, yeah, or 4.2.2, whatever the version was at the start, but yeah. It's like debatable, but yeah, this one is dead, so yeah. Alright, iPhone Palooza next. Here is my whole mini collection of 4.7-inch iPhones. I'll get to the last two after these four, so yeah. Here is an iPhone 6, and this one does work alongside these three that I'll talk about very shortly, but yeah, this is a silver model, and yeah, I actually have found a reason why it's taped now. It's because the top part of the screen is actually broken. Yeah, it's got it's got a bunch of dead pixels on it, so that the top screen is just black. Yeah, this one does indeed work, and oh yeah, it's actually still on. As you can see, yeah, this is actually the only iPhone that I have working that is not passcode locked, so I actually know the iOS version of this one. This is on iOS 12.5.4, which I think is the latest version that the 6S, that the iPhone 6 got. So yeah, and yeah, it's got like a black line on the bottom too, so top and bottom here. So yeah, pretty interesting. And luckily, I will be able to show you it being on because there's no personal wallpapers and all that. Luckily, so yeah, and it'll just show in it. It's on 10%, but yeah. So yeah, here it is. Oh right, it's dead, but yeah. Well, it just went. I saw you a glimpse of the home screen, luckily. So yeah, so that's a little bit of an update on the iPhone 6 right there. And here is the second of three like trios of devices I have. There are 3 iPhone 6Ss. Yes, these actually all work, including the bombshell. Yeah. So this is one of my 2 space gray iPhone 6Ss with a pretty bulge battery, so we need to throw that out soon, but I know this one works, surprisingly, so yeah, it's got no issues too. Same goes for this guy too, even though, yeah, I couldn't manage to charge it in time, so it is dead at the moment, but yeah. Also, yeah, this had a personal wallpaper in it, so yeah. And then this one, oh yeah, actually, the reason why it's dead is, yeah, this guy, I think it's because, yeah, it boot loops, actually, yeah, it boot loops while it's charging for some reason, so, yeah, so it has charging issues, I think, yeah, I think that's why, so, yeah. Okay, back to the rose gold one. This one I actually was the only one that I managed to charge up pretty fairly, because, well, yeah, this one is, like, the only good working one of the bunch, I think, even though it is slightly cracked, and, this one is unfortunately disabled, so, yeah. Yeah, basically it says to connect to iTunes and all that, unfortunately. Yeah, here's it turning on, by the way, yeah. To explain it why it's working. Yeah, it almost looks like the screen's water damaged, I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, this one works, yeah, it will show the disabled screen in a sec, so yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. You see, iPhone is disabled, connect to iTunes, so yeah, this needs to be factory resetted, I think, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But anyways, now onto, the third row. Oh, I see, I totally forgot there were 4 rows of smartphones and not 3, maybe because I've gained, up by quite a few devices now, so yeah, that's why I have 4 rows here now. So yeah, this will probably be the longest phone collection update video I've ever had on the channel now, so yeah, new record reached. Anyways, here's the last 2 of the 4.7-inch iPhones I was talking about. Here are 2 iPhone 8s. These are in the same color, however, they both do not work. So, yeah, there's basically nothing to say out of them. So, yeah, we'll just move on to the LG G2 then. So, yeah, this one works, and I think it's actually still got charge, actually. Yeah, it's still a charge from the previous phone collection update, actually, yeah. So, oh, there we go. I think it's on 5.0.1 and is unlocked. It's just unlocked, actually. Oh, wow. It had a speed boot. Yeah, there it is right there. So, yeah, nothing to say about that one. Here's the Alcatel Shine Lite. Currently my only Alcatel device in my collection at the moment. Yeah, this one is actually not dead. Yeah, that's surprising. This is on 6.0.1, and I got this in October. Yeah, one of the 2 phones I got in October alongside my working, yeah, my fully functional Sony Xperia J, the one that isn't cracked, yeah. So yeah, those were the only 2 phones I got in October, actually, so yeah. Anyways, next up, once again another double, and 2 memorable ones to the collection. Here are 2 Samsung Galaxy S5s. These both work, however, this one is dead, so yeah. However, I can show you the battery years, since both of these do have battery years here. So this one, oh yeah, they're actually on... Oh, they're actually still on here. Yeah, these were both made, yeah, these 2 models here were both made during the 2015 production run, so the late ones. The unlocked one was on February 26th, 2015, so this is the earlier one. So yeah, I won't be able to show you this one booting up since it's dead, unfortunately, so yeah. So let me just put this guy back, and then the O2 locked one that I got in January for my Namor. This one was manufactured on March 17th, 2015, so St. Patrick's Day 2015, so literally the day after my birthday right there. That's funny. Yeah, no, St. Patrick's Day is actually the day after my birthday, surprisingly. Well, in the UK that is, and Ireland, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, here it is working. Yeah, the O2 locked one for some reason has the older Powered by Android text, while the other one has the new one, even though they're both on the same version. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. It might just be firmware versions. Yeah, it might just be that since, well, yeah, it's two different S5 variants. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm moving over to here. Let me show you these 6 devices, and then I'll... Oh, I see the Alcatel died, yeah. Alright, so yeah, let me move on to these last 6 devices for this row here. So, we're starting off with, yeah, a Sony after a while. Sony Xperia X. This one works. This is one of my mum's old devices, yeah. Before she moved over to a few other devices, and eventually a Galaxy S26 Ultra, yeah. She previously had an S23 Ultra back then, but yeah. I think this is on Android 8.1, if I remember, yeah. I think that's what it's on. And yeah, actually, yeah, all of these next few devices will not be shown with the battery years and all that, so yeah. Next up, here's my Motorola Moto G5. Yes, once again, a Moto after a while. So yeah, this one works again. This is one of my nanny's old devices. And it's on 7.1, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it's on, if I remembered. So yeah. But anyways, on to the last triple. So we've addressed every elephant in the room here. So here are 3 Sony Xperia Z3s. So yeah, all of these actually worked, and this one did used to work. However, yeah, it's just a shell now since, well, drop tests and all that when I was younger. Yeah, memorable, but now I've gone out of them since obviously I collect phones now and not drop test them, of course. So yeah, all of these are actually on 6.0.1. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's based on the charger flap, which one it is. So this is my personal one, which is unlocked, and then this one I got from my aunt in December, which I recently tested last month. This is an O2 locked version, so yeah. I think my personal one's actually unlocked to O2 now, actually. Yeah, if I remember. So let me just boot them both on. Yeah, I couldn't do this with the S5s, but yeah. You see, both of these are working. So yeah, you'll see both of the startup animations in a minute, but yeah. Alright, next up, here is the last LG device, actually. Here is an LG G3. This one works. However, it's dead at the moment, but yeah. However, I will be able to show you the battery here, since this is actually on here. Oh yeah, you can see both versions just booting up here. The left one is the unlocked, and then the right one's the O2, yeah. O2 one boots up slow, though, yeah. But anyways, this battery was manufactured on August 11th, 2014, yeah. You can't see it on there, but I can see it here. Is the yeah, that's the date, August 11th, 2014. So this phone overall, like, that I've gotten, will almost be turning 12 years old. Like, wow. I'm actually surprised the LG G3 is already that old. Like, Jesus. And at this point, it's just about to become 14 minutes long for, well, this video overall. And now, on to the last 7, which will make up the 4th row. So yes, albeit the Galaxy A51 isn't here, because, well, yeah, it's currently still waiting for its new battery to arrive, so that's why I don't have it in set here. Well, yeah, my iPhone 6s with the bulge battery still managed to get onto it anyways, so yeah. Yeah, no, that one had the same deal as the A51. Yeah, literally. Alright, first up of this row, here's a Samsung Galaxy Note. Actually my second to last Samsung device I'll be shown here. This one works, it's dead unfortunately, once again, so yeah. I think the battery here will be shown here. Oh yeah, it's on here. This was manufactured on February 27th, 2012. You can actually see it right there. So this is during its 2012 production run. However, this was early 2012. This is actually still on 2.3.6. So yeah, this is probably its middle ground then, just like the S Advance. Yeah. So yeah, nothing to say about this one though. So yeah, and actually that might be the last phone where I'll be showing the battery here now, since yeah, the next phone here that does have a removable back cover does not have its battery, so yeah, it actually cannot have its years shown, unfortunately, so yeah. Anyways, next up here is my Galaxy S8. This is my sister's old phone. Yeah, dogboard's case, yeah. It's actually a pink model, as you can see here. Yeah, a pink color model, basically, yeah. It's on Android 8, or I think it's on 9, actually, yeah. One UI 1 this is, so yeah, I think it's Android 9, actually. Unfortunately, it's dead again. So yeah, and actually, yeah, I think these two are dead actually. Yeah, so nothing to say here for these two, because well, I won't be showing the battery is too. Here is my only Huawei/Honor device in my collection. This is the Huawei Honor 20E. Here it is. Yeah, this is the Huawei Honor 20E. This is actually one of the last. Yeah, this is the last phone I got from my nanny, and my granddad as well. But yeah, because this was once again, yeah, the last one I got from him as one of my nanny's old phones. But yeah, this one works. I think that's the power button right there. I think it's still dead at the moment though. Yeah. Alright. Last Apple device. Here is an iPhone XS Max, which is extremely cracked. Yeah, I think this is more cracked than my Xperia J, so yeah. And it's also because, well, it has a broken AMOLED because, well, AMOLED or broken screen, whatever. Yeah, it's mainly because, well, yeah, as you can see, oh my god, yeah. You can't even see the Apple logo because this whole spider of dead pixels, man. Yeah, it's just dead still, but yeah. I think it was actually showing the charging screen, not the Apple logo, but yeah. So yeah, there's like a whole spider of dead pixels right there. And actually, we've just gone over 40 minutes, so yeah, this is my longest phone collection update now. Nice. But anyways, here is actually the last of these kinds of phones with removable back covers and batteries, even though this one does not have a battery. Here's the infamous Timmy E86. This used to be one of two again because, once again, one used to be owned by my mom and then one by my dad. However, I ended up drop testing one of them when I was younger, of course, and it cracked, so we had to throw it out. So, yeah, dumb brained myself, but yeah, yes, currently, don't know if it works because, well, yeah, it doesn't have a battery in it, and we better need this back cover cleaned sometime because, well, yeah, you can see all the gunk in it. Oh my god, filthy, man. Alright, second to last phone, Relief. Here's the Sony Xperia 5. I got this one a while ago, actually. I think it was the time when my dad moved to the Sony Xperia 5 II, or 5 Mark II, as some people call it, but I call it the 5 II, yeah. Just because, really, yeah. So, yeah, I think that was when my dad moved to the 5 II. He actually gave me his old Xperia 5, and yeah, the rest is history for this phone. So, yeah, this is on Android 11. And yeah, this works totally fine actually. Yeah, this was recently charged by my mum and dad so that they can actually use it for other things. Yeah, but at least I can still show it to you in my collection. And yeah, look how wide this damn thing is. This is like a 21x9 phone. Yeah, pretty unique. Alright, here's the last one. The Motorola Moto G31. This actually used to be one of my slowest devices in my collection. Yeah, that's my face right there anyways, but yeah. Anyways, this one works on Android 12, and yeah, works totally fine, really. This was my dad's old work phone before he moved to an iPhone 13 or 14. I think it was a 14, actually, yeah. I think that's what it was, but yeah, so now he's decided to give the Moto to me to part of my collection, basically. So yeah, yeah. So this used to be really slow before it was factory reset a while ago. So yeah, and now since it has factory reset, it has worked. Oh yeah, it has like yeah, its speed is now pretty good. Yeah, that's what I was meant to say. Okay, so we are basically done. That is 61 devices mentioned, including those two honorable mentions as well, but yeah. So, thank you for watching the longest phone collection of the on OSP, and once again, I think I'll be back with the premiere of Angry Birds Epic the Anime series, because I think I've now decided to postpone MCU2 Star once again until next Friday, so that I can actually get some work done on Angry Birds Epic the Anime series. So yeah, because that will be premiering like sometime in the week. I'll actually reveal the date on a post, probably later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, that could be good. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and for me, I hope to see you again next time with more videos right here on OSP, including the tech stuff as well. So yeah. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.